As welcome back. I'm IndieRPM.
I'm the Curio Hunter.
And this is Unbox the Universe, where we unbox trading cards so you don't have to. This is a midweek mini, and as most of you probably didn't realize because our mics weren't on, this is a beautiful set brought to us by Mrs. Curio Hunter as a present for Mr. Curio Hunter. And this was all the way back in December, right?
This was a Christmas gift. And we're just now getting around to it. This was one of those Target Lorcana, the first chapter, like a booster box.
Yeah.
And as I was telling Indy, the first chapter packs are still hard to come by.
Yeah.
They're about twice the price of any subsequent booster pack, and I guess that makes sense from a collecting standpoint.
Sure.
Let me put this back up here so you can see it. Although I don't know.
It is there.
All right. So that's again what the front of it looks like. That's the back, and it comes with 6 booster packs and 2 ready-to-play decks. And so the plan for this particular product, we're going to open it up. The booster packs we'll save for subsequent videos because we've got plans to try to do something special with the Lorcana packs. But the decks will show you what comes in the pre-built decks, and then maybe some of the Saturday morning cards and coffee, we will play against each other and see how it goes.
While he opens that, he could have utilized one of these beautiful batarangs that we happen to have at unboxtheuniverse.com. If you go to our website there, you can check it out.
Given the grace that I opened this with, I'd have probably cut myself. And they're not sharpened, but I still probably would have cut myself. Yeah? Want a bit? All right. You can see our booster packs there. I'll go ahead and this other side. I think that's where our other deck is going to be.
Let's see what you got in there. Another Lorcana first chapter. Let's hear it.
There you go. There you go. All right. So what we want to do is, I think there's a booster pack in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead. Single player starter deck. So I almost wonder if these weren't originally designed as like hangers, that you would get in a store. But in any case. All right. Figure out how to open it. All right. So there's that. So quick start rules. Excuse me. All right.
Yeah.
And these boxes even come with tokens and counters. So, like when you're playing the game, your characters take some damage or whatever. So that's pretty handy.
That
it comes with some of those. Those are included in these starter deck boxes. So, really is everything you need to get going. So I will move these out of our way, and it does in fact come with 6. So
I was supposed to open this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A little late now.
First, he throws the batarang into the furniture, and then he starts just randomly opening up things. All right. So we're going to show you these 2 starter decks.
So out of curiosity, I noticed real quick, most of these are repetitive.
So
do I want to take out repetitive ones real quick? So we're not.
Maybe we can just say how many of each, because it looks. Are they in order? They're kind of in order. So for those that aren't familiar, you can have up to 4 copies of any particular card in your deck, and that is based on the name. So, like my first one, I've got 2 copies of Ariel on human legs. So you can have other Ariels. You just can't have more than 4 copies of Ariel on human legs.
Okay, so, I gotcha.
I'll keep going while you're sorting.
No, we're good. We're good. Hop in. So this is Aurora, and it appears to be the Briar Rose. And if you notice there, I think I have 3 of these in my starter deck. So
my next one up is a single. It's a Moana of Monotuni. And this one, it looks like it's a foil rare. So I'm just trying to think. You have commons, uncommons, rares, super rares, legendaries, and then enchanted. I think, if I remember right, those are the different rarity levels. So this one is a foil rare. So I'd say that's pretty good. So that's probably one of your, I don't know for sure, don't quote me on that, but probably one of your higher value cards of this particular deck.
Next up for me, I have Aurora again, but this one, however, is a little different. This is Dreaming Guardian. There. And I only had one of those.
Next up, I have another foil one. This is a Mickey Mouse Wayward Sorcerer, and it's I believe it's super rare.
Oh, yeah.
Some of these cards, you can buy them individually, but if there's enough that's in a pre-built deck, there might be some value in getting the actual pre-built deck and then pulling those cards that you need out of that, because these should be like a 60 card deck.
Yeah.
And again, if your kids or your friends' kids are just getting into it, this could be a good way to get them sort of the jump start. These cards are all designed to somewhat work together. But
okay, next up for me, Return of the King Simba. And this is the only one I received of those as well. Nice reflection there behind our King of the Pride. Okay.
I've got 2 Cinderella's Gentle and Kind. Now you'll notice that these are different colors. There's 6 different total in Lorcana, and each deck can have up to 2 different colors of cards within it. So
yeah,
that's the gist on that.
Hey, thank you guys. I see you popping in there to the chat. Feel free to throw in a comment, interact with us. That's why we're here.
Do you play Lorcana?
Yeah.
We're going all the way back to the first chapter, and I think they're, I don't know, on the 4th or 5th expansion now, maybe 6th. But in any case, we're going to try to do more Lorcana boosters as they are released. So
yeah.
Look forward to that coming up in the next month or 2.
This is Aurora Regal Princess, and I have 3 of those as well in my booster pack here.
Got a lot of singles here. I got 1 Hades Lord of the Underworld.
I have Flounder Voice of Reason. I have 2 of those. Okay.
Got 2 Hey Hey's Boat Snack. Excuse me. Oh. Cords are a little tight here. So.
Yep, that's okay. We have Grandma Tala, Storyteller. I have 2 of these as well.
2 Maximus Relentless Pursuers.
I have 2 of Jasmine disguised in the market at the beginning of Aladdin.
3 Mickey Mouse True Friends.
3 Maleficent, Sinister Visitor, when she shows up at that castle to place her spell on Aurora.
3 Minnie Mouse Beloved Princess.
So this is apparently 151 of 204. This is an EN, and this is Maleficent Uninvited. It's a direct follow from the card we just showed.
So I've got 3 copies of Stitch New Dog. Yeah. And the way you can read those in the bottom corner, it's the number. So like there'd be like 204, I believe, in the first chapter. EN means it's in English, and then the 1 represents the set that it comes from. So,
okay.
As we start to look at subsequent Lorcana cards, that will come in handy.
Okay. This is Mickey Mouse Detective, 154 of 204, English, Series 1. And I got 2 of those as well.
We've got 2 Be Our Guest.
Up next, I have Mufasa, King of the Pride Lands. This is 15 of 204. I have 2 of those.
To Control Your Tempers.
This is Scar Mastermind, 158 of 204.
2 Hakuna Matatas.
Do you know what happened to Scar? Do you know what his fate ended up being?
I believe in Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast?
I believe it's Beauty and the Beast. You can see what happened to him.
Okay, I think that's a little later. So I watched an interesting video the other day, and they talked about
it. Or is it Hercules?
It is Hercules.
It is Hercules. All right, my mistake.
So essentially, there's one of the feats that Hercules had to complete was the lion in the cartoon to utilize Scar for that lion. So develop your brain. I've got 1, 2, 3 of these. These are all action cards, 161 and 204. It appears to be the Black Cauldron. I had to think for a second. This one isn't as popular. It's not as common of a Disney film. I happen to be a big fan. The animation style really reminded me of oh my goodness, now I'm not going to think of it. There was a video game where you play as a knight and you have to rescue Daphne. Dragon's Lair? I think it was an arcade game. And the animation style was very similar because they used the same studio house.
I have one part of your world. See, you're about running out of your stack, and I've still got like half of the deck.
No,
over here.
mine-
Oh, okay.
yeah. That's just as far as I got. So, Coconut Basket, number 166 of 204. Another item. I have 3 of those.
3 dingle hoppers. You know, and sometimes we play a game around my house of trying to figure out what
One jump
movie
ahead.
these came from when they come up. Excuse me. 1 Dr. Facilier.
I have 2 Beast, Hard-Headed, number 172 of 204. This is a really aggressive image.
Mm-hmm. 2 more Dr. Faciliers. This is Charlatan. The previous one was 1 Agent Provocateur. These are 2 copies of Charlatan.
I have 3 Captain Hooks, who also happen to be Forceful Duelist. That's kind of a cool picture. There's 3 of those there. Those of you keeping track.
1 Flotsam, Ursula's Spy.
Ironically. Hercules, True Hero. And if you look on top of his head, that's Scar sitting up there. So he did beat out the, what are those, hyenas? The end of The Lion King. He did not die there.
2 Jafar, Wicked Sorcerers.
Okay, I have 2 Kristoff, Official Ice Master, 182 or 204. I've also noticed these have pretty well been in numerical order.
We've got 2 Jetsams, Ursula's Spy.
2 Goons, Maleficent's Underlings. It's just, so it's not 2 goons, it's goons, and I have 2 of them.
Right, 3 copies of Magic Broom, Bucket Brigade. I've always thought about doing a Magic Broom deck, but just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Okay. Up next, just one of these. I heard this one's a real popular one. This is Maui Demigod. When the god gifts you a boat, you take it. The boat's owner is optional. Boom. Maui.
You know, that used to be a thing on a lot of these trading cards things. The flavor text was always pretty entertaining. I got 2 copies of Maleficent Sorceress.
This,
I use this a lot in my various decks.
This one is Prince Eric. I lost her once. I'll never lose her again. Hard at it. Okay.
3 copies of Olaf, Friendly Snowman.
Next we have Simba, Rightful Heir. I've got 2 of these bad boys.
2 copies of Pascal, Rapunzel's companion.
As far as companions go, he's one of my favorites. Excuse me, my medicine's making me sleepy. Fire the Cannons, active, number 197 to 204. Okay.
All right, 3 copies of Rafiki, Mysterious Sage.
Okay. This one is Grab Your Sword. It's an action card, number 198 to 204.
I'm a fan of that. Got 1 copy of Sven, Official Ice Deliverer.
Ransack, action. I believe this is from The Emperor's New Groove. I know the character was voiced by John Goodman, but I can't remember his name. Who has time to read labels?
I'm thinking it starts with a P.
Yeah. I'm not going to get it.
Paco. All right. The Wardrobe, Belle's Confident, 3 copies.
Smash.
All right. 2 copies of Yzma, Alchemist.
And then last, for me, Frying Pan.
interesting. Because I'm down to my last one. 3 copies of Friends on the Other Side.
Oh, no. I apologize. I do have one left.
I may have started, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty close anyway.
This last one is a healing pollen. Pollen. Banish this item. Remove up to 3 damage from chosen player. Once upon a time, a single drop of sunlight fell from the heavens. Flynn Rider. What is this from? Is this from,
Is that Enchanted? Is that the flower from Enchanted?
I don't know. I was thinking Princess and the Frog, but maybe I was wrong. I'm not as familiar with that.
Cool. Well, so that is it as far as the
Yeah.
starter decks. So we've accomplished what we set out to do with this midweek mini.
Yep.
We hope you've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Please check out our website,
Yeah.
unboxtheuniverse.com. We've got all kinds of things on there for you to check out.
Stuff.
We've got a lot of upcoming videos. Make sure to check us out when we're doing our main show.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, with that, I'm the Curio Hunter.
I'm IndieRPM.
Happy collecting.
See you next week.